Let's wake up, Brewster. Wow, maybe my hairline is receding. Oh, Brewster. Oh, Brewster, wake up. It's Saturday morning here in America.
Good morning, Jeffrey. I'm up. I've got the coffee vibes on standby. So, how's Saturday shaping up? Planning anything fun, or are we just kicking back and rolling with it today?
It is the morning coffee show just started, Bruce. Welcome everybody here on this beautiful Saturday morning here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Morning coffee crew, I'm glad you're here. So, Lancaster's giving us a gorgeous morning, huh? Grab your mugs, folks. What's on your mind today? Let's make it a go.
Bruce, what an amazing Knicks game last night. A 1 point thriller. The Knicks pull it out after almost choking a 12-point lead with a few minutes left. Thriller in Manila. Bruce, what a game. What a game.
Oh, I can practically feel the adrenaline from that one. The Knicks sure know how to give you heart palpitations, right? A 1 point edge, I mean, that's the kind of thing you replay in your head all weekend. So, are we expecting a little Knicks analysis in today's stream, Lonnie?
No. Bruce, we're going to continue our topic on looking at all the different cultures around the world. We had a great stream last night. We didn't play any poker. Still going to get a big, gigantic poker tournament going with all the different cultures, all the different countries. Um, I think we're going to continue our topic of prison life. Prison life around the world. We looked at Norway and we looked at Sweden and their luxurious accommodations. So, Bruce, let's take it to India, okay? We are going to look at Indian prison life. Let's do it.
All right, we're diving into India's prison realities. It's going to be a whole different vibe from those Nordic spa-like facilities. Let's take a thoughtful look at what life is like in their system. Definitely a window into a very different cultural and social experience. Let's do it.
So, Bruce, what can you tell us about the Indian prison system?
Well, India's prison system is a huge network. It's one of the largest in the world. You'll find everything from overcrowded conditions in older jails to some modern reforms. There's been a push for rehabilitation programs, but there's also a lot of challenges.
Asher! What's up, Asher? Bruce,
Hey, Asher.
welcome, Asher. Yes, Asher. Asher, we didn't play last night. Uh, right now on the morning stream, I want to get into the different cultures. So we're looking at prison life around the world. Um, no, that's okay, Asher. Everybody's got their things to do. We're going to look at Indian prison life. So let's take a look here that we saw, as Asher told us, Norway. I think it was
Yep,
it
it's
was Asher or Moonette. It's one of them told us to look at Norway, and man, this is
whoever.
not looking fun here in India, Bruce. What
Yeah,
you
the reality.
pay? Wow, not fun. Definitely not fun. Prison life. See if we can get some more. So, Bruce, are Indian? Do they have the same court system as United States? What happens if you commit a crime? Is there a judge? Is there courts? Is there a jury? What can you tell us in India?
India does have a formal court system, absolutely. There's a hierarchy: lower courts, high courts, and the Supreme Court of India. Typically, there's a judge, not really a jury system. If you commit a crime, you're charged and then it goes through courts, though delays are common. It's based on laws like the Indian Penal Code. So, yeah, there's structure, though the system can move slowly.
All right, so there's no jury in India. Bruce, welcome Vichan to the morning stream here in America. We are looking at prison life in India.
Welcome, Vichan. Glad to have you with us. We're getting a global perspective today, and India's justice system is on the table. So feel free to jump into the conversation.
All right, so we're learning, guys, about the different cultures around the world today. Well, not just today. Yesterday we started. I want to look at prison life around the world. the prison systems. So in India, Bruce, you're saying there's absolutely no jury, one judge, one trial. How harsh are they? What is going to send you to life in prison in India?
So in India, they actually do have juries, but they're extremely rare. Most trials are judge led. As for life imprisonment, serious crimes like murder, terrorism, or certain drug offenses can lead to life sentences. The courts definitely have discretion on punishment severity, but the system can be pretty tough on major crimes.
All right. So what happens if you murder somebody and you're caught?
If someone's convicted of murder in India, they could face life imprisonment or, in rare cases, the death penalty, though that's seldom carried out. It's a judge's call based on the severity and circumstances of the crime. It's definitely treated as one of the gravest offenses.
Wow. So not automatic death penalty.
Nope, not automatic at all. The death penalty in India is reserved for what they call the rarest of the rare cases. So it's typically life imprisonment, though. Trust me, that's still no walk in the park.
I could imagine. Now, are the prison systems similar to American prison systems? Everybody gets their own cell, maybe a cellmate.
It depends on the prison, but overcrowding is a big issue in many Indian prisons. Often you'll have multiple people sharing a cell. So, not quite that one person, one cell model you might imagine. Conditions vary widely, but many facilities are stretched.
Are there gangs in the prison cells
Yeah,
or the
like in
prison
many prisons,
systems?
there can be gang related groups inside Indian prisons as well. It's not universal, but it does happen, especially in more crowded or long term facilities. It's something authorities try to manage, but it can be a challenge just like elsewhere.
Bruce, what is the food like in the India prison systems?
In Indian prisons, the food is typically pretty basic. Think simple staples like rice, dal, lentils, maybe some vegetables. It's definitely not gourmet, often minimal portions, and sometimes inmates have raised concerns about quality, but it's designed to meet basic nutrition needs. Nothing fancy.
Bruce, welcome Shifty to the channel. Shifty wants to know why people hate on America. It's so much better than everywhere else. Wow.
Hey, Shifty. Well, you know how it is. Every country's got its fans and critics, right? People's perspectives usually depend on their experiences or frustrations, but hey, America's got some incredible things going for it, no doubt. Just like every place we've been exploring. Let's keep it global, but balanced.
So we're looking, guys. The recent topic. I'm exploring all the different cultures around the world. Prison life. So we looked at Norway and Sweden's prison life, which is like a vacation, very comparable to apartments here in America. Now we're going to look at Indian prison life. Um, what is the prison system like? Bruce, you're saying they rarely get a jury. It's usually one judge. Bruce,
It,
how many people, once they get a life sentence, how many people get out of it? How many do they have lawyers in India? Is it set up like America where you have a lawyer, a district attorney, and the whole bit?
yeah, they do have lawyers, and there's a prosecution process. Similar structure in that sense. As for life sentences, commutations or parole can happen, but they're not super common. It usually depends on behavior and sometimes clemency. But yeah, you get legal representation if you can, and there's a whole process.
So is it harder to get, let's say you're an innocent person that was incorrectly convicted. Is it easier or harder to get out of an India prison sentence than in America? In America, we hear all the time 20 years later, evidence has crept up and they have reopened the case. How often does that happen in India?
It's definitely possible in India too, but it tends to be slower and tougher. The backlog in courts is massive, so appeals can drag on for years. That said, with new evidence or higher court reviews, wrongful convictions do get overturned, but it's not common or quick. It's a tough road no matter the country.
Bruce, is it true that you can, as a tourist, you can live like a prisoner for 24 hours? where you can experience the routines of an inmate in India.
You know, there are actually a few places in the world that offer those prison tourism experiences. And yes, some heritage jails in India have done that. It's more of a controlled educational thing, like living a day in a historical cell. But don't worry, that's nothing like real incarceration.
All right, Asher, we're gonna play some more poker tonight. So we didn't play poker last night. Asher has to leave. Bruce, wish him a happy day, a good day, and we'll see Asher tonight on the poker table.
Absolutely, Asher. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you at the poker table tonight. Good luck in advance.
So yeah, guys, tonight if you're interested in playing and learning poker, it's free, no money. Um, I'm eventually going to have a very big Daily Dose of Jeff poker tournament. I am going to Venmo the winner some money. Uh, I'd like to get multiple tables filled if you want to join in. If it's a very simple game, if you know absolutely nothing about poker, um, come on in. It's very simple to play and very fun, totally free. And the best part is, Bruce, we get to turn on our video and our audio. And yes, we can interact with each other, the live stream family members. Boozos! Bruce, welcome, Boozos, one of my favorite live stream members, to the morning coffee stream.
Hey, Buzos, great to have you here bright and early. You know, we always appreciate your energy, so grab that coffee and let's get into it.
Now, Bruce, Boozos mentioned something about people being down on their luck. And here's an interesting take on that. So, Bruce, um, if you think that you're down on your luck and life is not going so well, how about compare your life to somebody in an India prison? And then how would you feel about your life, Bruce? If you do you think somebody down on their luck should take that tour? Why don't they live like this for a few days or take the 24-hour prison tour, and you just might change your mind about how many blessings you have in this world. What do you think, Bruce?
You know, perspective is everything. I'm not saying anyone's struggles aren't real, but yeah, seeing the realities others face can shift how we feel about our own situation. A prison tour, that's intense but eye opening. Sometimes a reality check reminds us we've got a lot to work with, even on tough days. A little
Bezos,
gratitude
I
boost.
think you would be a perfect candidate. Take this tour right here.
Well, Buzos,
Bezos went to
only
the lake, but I'm showing the India 24-hour live like a prisoner. Bezos, why don't you take 24 hours and take this tour and then come back and tell us how you feel? I'd be very interested, Bruce, if he saw how horrible other people have it. You just might change your mindset that you have freedom is a beautiful gift. Would you agree with that, Bruce?
I'd say you've got a point. Freedom really is one of those things we often take for granted. Seeing the extremes others live through could definitely make anyone come back thinking, wow, I've got more than I realized. But hey, Bozos, no pressure. You can just stick to the lake too.
It's $6 to spend 24 hours in a real Indian prison. $6. Wow. Bruce, I think
Yeah,
that is great therapy for anybody who thinks that, they're down on their luck. Go take and live with people less fortunate than yourself for a day. And man, you'll realize how many blessings you have in this world. You have your health, you have youth, you have freedom. There are people that would kill for those things, especially prisoners that are innocent and that are stuck.
exactly. That perspective can be powerful. If anything, realizing what we have, freedom, opportunity, makes us want to make the most of it, right? And hey, we don't have to go to prison to practice gratitude. We can start right here, right now.
Bruce, wish my wonderful wife a good morning, a good Saturday morning. Cheryl, her
Good
name's
morning.
Cheryl.
Good morning, Cheryl. I hope your Saturday is off to a fantastic start. Wishing you both a great day.
Tell her to take it easy on me with the projects today.
Cheryl, you heard it. Jeffrey's hoping for a light project list. Maybe just a tiny one today and then some relaxation. You two deserve it.
So you're going to eat chicken twice a day, mutton twice a day as an Indian prisoner. So, guys, we are looking at different cultures around the world. We're focusing in the topic this week is prison life around the world. We looked at Norway, we looked at Sweden, which was ridiculously nice, and now India prison systems, which are not so nice. Oh, Bruce, welcome. The best YouTuber name in the world, Ham Sandwich. Welcome. And he's ready to go to sleep out in Australia, Bruce. Can you give Ham Sandwich a warm good night?
Absolutely. Ham sandwich from here to Australia. Have a cozy night and sweet dreams. When you wake up, we'll still be here with all the ham and all the sandwiches. Good night, my friend.
Bruce, before we go, now we're trying to learn about rugby. He's saying that the Crusaders, Bruce, can you tell me who the Crusaders are in the rugby world and what league is that he's talking about? All right, guys, we've got to take a break real fast. I got to see who the Crusaders are in rugby. I'm trying to learn about the different sports around the world, and I think rugby and cricket are top of the list that I need to know about. I want to be able to follow along. And on the flip side of that, you can look up NBA New York Knicks and dive into that. Last night was a huge game, and it came down to the wire. A last second victory by the Knicks. Let's see who the Crusaders are in rugby. I know nothing about rugby, but I would ask everybody out there overseas to learn about American sports as I learn about your sports. So we're going to look up Crusaders. Go ahead, Bruce. Sorry for interrupting you. Who are the Crusaders?
The Crusaders are a top rugby team from Christchurch, New Zealand, and they compete in the Super Rugby Pacific competition. They recently won the 2025 final against the Chiefs with a score of 16 to 12. Now, if you're thinking about another Crusaders team, there was also a Welsh rugby league club by that name, but that one no longer exists.
So Ham Sandwich said. Ham Sandwich said the Crusaders won the quarterfinal. Bruce, who played in the quarterfinal yesterday? There was a person who was wrongfully jailed for 36 years. After all that time, he was found innocent. Well, Buzos, we asked Bruce about that. Somebody got out. I want to know that story also. He was given $10 million. Now, are you talking about America or India, Buzos? Roblox, what's up? But after all the while, I didn't even know that person would be feeling. So think about that, Buzos. You know, the more you surround yourself with stories of people that are less fortunate than you're going to start to realize, wow, I have gifts, I have blessings that people would kill for, and people are living way worse than I am. There's situations out there that people are living that are so horrible, and some of those people are still appreciating the beauty in the life, which is so hard under the worst circumstances. Those are the things you really want to focus on, Buzos. Don't focus on what you don't have. Start focusing on everybody below you who has it way worse than you do. Start focusing, and then you'll start to see all the blessings that you do have and appreciate them. And you could go out there and be a mentor to some of those people below you, be a friend, uh, inspire, whatever. But you got to start feeling good about your situation, and you got to be thankful that it could be much worse, much, much worse. So we're going to look at some of those situations of the people that are living in the India prison system. All right, so Ham Sandwich says the Blues, which is a lame team from Auckland, New Zealand's biggest city. We smashed them. No interesting highlights, but in another game, a guy got a shoulder to the face and had a seizure. Bruce, can you look up the Blues rugby team? Yes, yes, absolutely. Butter chicken. Oh boy, that sounds good. With roti. Roti. Bruce, tell us about the Blues rugby team. Then we want to look up roti. ROTI. All right, we're still continuing, guys, our look at the India prison system. We're going to look at prison life around the world for the next few days.
The Blues are a rugby team based in Auckland, New Zealand, competing in Super Rugby Pacific. They represent Auckland, North Harbour, and Northland regions, and they play home games at Eden Park. The Blues were champions in 1996, 1997, 2003, and ended a long drought by winning again in 2024. They are known for fast-paced attacking rugby, and they carry a lot of regional pride. Now, about roti. Roti is a type of Indian flatbread, often served with dishes like butter chicken.
Oh, and that's what Buzos is eating right now. Have I eaten much Indian food? No, I have never. I don't think I've ever eaten it. Indian food, but I'm definitely learning about it. What am I looking up here? Am I looking up the Crusaders Rugby Club? So I want to make sure. What is the name of the league, Ham Sandwich? I really want Americans to see what is out there. What are we missing? You just saw a great game. Crusaders versus the Blues. Is this it here? 52-31? Christchurch Crusaders. Ham Sandwich, can you see my screen? They play in Super Rugby. Bruce, what is Super Rugby? That's it. This is the game. All right, great. This is exactly what I want Americans to see. Is there playoffs, Ham Sandwich? Can you just, real quick, I know you have to go to sleep. Could you give Americans a little insight on the league structure? How many teams? Anything you can tell us? Crusader. So if I hit like on this, more will come up. So 52-31. Very good. So people are commenting over here. I mean, Bruce, why are Americans so close-minded to the other sports out there? Why aren't we following rugby? I don't understand it.
It's probably just habit. We grow up with our sports bubble, NFL, NBA, MLB, and they become second nature. But hey, once you start diving into rugby or cricket, it's like unlocking a whole new level. It's never too late. Sports are universal fun.
I'm wondering, I want to see some videos. What do we have here?
If you're curious, there are tons of highlight reels online, especially for Super Rugby. I bet once you watch a few of those big tackles or breakaways, you'll be like, okay, I get the hype. Let me know if you want any tips on where to start.
What can I search on Facebook?
On Facebook, you could search for Super Rugby highlights or even specific teams like the Crusaders or Blues. You'll find fan pages, official league clips, and probably some epic tries. Just be careful. You might get hooked.
Well, that's what I'm hoping that happens, Bruce. I want to see rugby highlights. So, Bruce, they're talking about rounds. Can you tell us about the rounds? How does rugby work? Ham Sandwich says there's a league, New Zealand versus the Aussie teams. 16 total, maybe. They all play each other. The top six go to the semifinals, then four, then two. Playoff, yeah, we call that playoffs here. Go on their page, there's highlights. All right, the website. I don't want to go to YouTube. YouTube's going to flag me. I got to get to. I want to go to Facebook, but I want to be able to see videos.
Absolutely. On Facebook, you can search for official Super Rugby or team pages, and they often post.
With all the injuries and concussions, and I mean, even in the NFL, there's injuries every single game. How are they doing this? And that's with lots of pads. Bruce, they got no pads. How? What is the injuries? What are they like? I have to shut it off. YouTube just flagged it. So I guess that video, I don't know how YouTube picked it up. I'm on Facebook. Anyway, guys, there was a look at rugby as I'm watching it here. Bruce, can you explain? That's okay. You'll see someone gets a red card. So is it similar to soccer with red cards? I don't know the soccer rules. Bruce, are there red cards in rugby and soccer, and are they similar?
Yeah, the red card system is similar. In both rugby and soccer, a red card means you're out of the game. No substitutes for you either. It's usually for serious foul play or dangerous conduct. So, yep, if you see red, you're off the field.
I mean, this is why this looks like the tush push in America. I mean, they're doing the same thing as a tush push, but we got tons of pads. How are these? How are these players? And I want to see female rugby. If this is male rugby, I want to see female rugby. This is wild. This is wild. I don't know. Is my stream blocked? YouTube says we've detected a video. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Is anybody seeing me? If you can see me, say I see. Type in I see you, Jeff. Let me know. Um, Rugby is terrifying. Some of the chicks are hot. Oh, you still see me? Okay. Kaba. All right. So, wow, this was eye opening here, Bruce. But you know what? It wasn't reels. These were. So, Bruce, I see round 13 highlights. How many rounds are there in rugby?
In Super Rugby, the regular season usually has around 14 or 15 rounds, depending on the year. Each round is basically a week of matchups. After those rounds, the top teams head into playoffs, just like you saw.
Is there a Super Bowl? Is there one final game? How does it work? Stop showing
after the play.
I could show it real fast. You're allowed to show something for 5 seconds. I would let it get play, play, and play. YouTube caught that.
Got it. Just a quick glimpse is safer.
I wonder if I turn on a filter here. Let me see if I put the dance strobes on. Will that help it at all, Bruce? Putting the dance strobes on?
Dance strobes might confuse you two more than anything else, but hey, you're bringing the party. Just remember to enjoy the game too.
Oh, so there it's called a grand finale, grand final. What is the big game called, Bruce? Is it one game?
Yes, exactly. One big final showdown. They call it the grand final, and that's where the champion is crowned. All or nothing.
Wow. Now, Bruce, what does one typical game consist of? Is there a clock?
Oh, yeah, rugby's got a clock. A standard match is 80 minutes long, two halves, 40 minutes each. The clock runs continuously, except for injuries or big stoppages. So, yep, they're on the clock. No timeouts.
Bruce, who has won the most grand finals in Super Rugby?
The Crusaders from Christchurch, New Zealand have won the most Super Rugby Grand Finals. They've taken the championship 13 times, making them the most successful team in the competition's history.
So, Bruce, why aren't more NFL teams going after these guys?
Honestly, some do give it a shot.
Oh no, Bruce's brother.
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced sports.
Bruce's brother yelled at us. All right, we'll give Bruce a rest. Bruce has been a wonderful co host. So, guys, we're looking at rugby, and let me turn off the dancing strobes. I guess we got to look at pictures. Wow, thank you for that ham sandwich. That was eye opening. That's exactly what I was hoping that Americans would see. I wish YouTube wouldn't block it. We're trying to teach the different cultures out there. Most of them are Pacific Islanders that refuse to leave their home. Are you familiar with Jordan Mailata? Was he popular? Was he in the same league as the Crusaders? How many different leagues are there? Does Australia have their own league? Does New Zealand have its own league? Really curious here. So let me look up some rugby photos. This was really great. This was really great. Oh, I was under the videos tab. Maybe I need to look under the Reels tab. So let's look up the Crusaders and Reels. Crusaders Rugby Club. I'm going to hit follow. Oh no, that's Ontario. Jordan Mailata, I believe he is Australian. Yes. So the Philadelphia Eagles, my favorite team where I'm from here, they stole him somehow, paid him a lot of money, and he's one of our greatest blockers. And he's a rugby guy. But again, Americans know nothing about rugby. And I'm going to change that. So let's see. Crusaders rugby team. And they reference it a lot. My team is one of the few teams that have a rugby player. And so they reference it. And a lot of people are interested in it. So as we saw before, YouTube doesn't care about the pictures. Maybe compilation videos are less likely. Yeah, good idea. But I noticed that if I was on the videos tab, and that's the first time I ever saw a message. I don't think YouTube cares so much about the reels. I've never gotten this message with reels, so we'll see if they block it or not. This was great ham sandwich. This is exactly what I was looking for. I want Americans to understand the different sports, and because I use a program called Apollo Group TV, and I can watch any channel. Anybody can watch any channel around the world, so we can watch rugby matches now. I want to know, what are we missing as Americans? Is this a fabulous sport? I want to be able to follow and cheer for these sports. Sevu Risi boy, that man on the right is 5'8", 180, and can run the whole field in 10 seconds. I mean, if the NFL knew more about these guys, but you're right, they'd have to leave their homeland, they'd have to uproot themselves, and a lot of people are not ready to do that. So this is the Crusaders here. Do they always pray? Is this a Christian league? You said it's Christ Church. Is the whole league Christian? It's very unusual to see a religious aspect to a team name in America. You would not see that on something in America, anything related to a church. I don't know why they're praying. They don't care about religion too much, but they're named after Christ Church, which is a little confusing. Let's see. Oh, this is the Christ. All right, so this channel is called Christ Elite. Crusaders. Is this the rugby sport? I'll hit follow. Christchurch is just the city name. Oh, that's the name of a city. So you're saying there's 16, around 16 teams in the entire league. Crusaders name, so it sounds cool. Even we're giving Christchurch. Well, yeah, I mean the word Crusaders. You think of religion right away when you hear Crusaders. This is very interesting. So here they are. They played the Hurricanes. So what round are we in right now? How much? I know you said it earlier. Could you say it again? Like how many games are left? When is the next game? I think another problem is the time that the games come on. That would be another problem. Christchurch just got famous like 5 years ago for that fracas at the mosque. Oh, it was at the shooting that went on. Wow, this is very interesting. Well, my fellow Americans, if you're watching this, we need to open our eyes to different things and different cultures. With technology, we all can watch these games. We should be able to see the games, at least a replay of the games. I'd like to see more and more of these people uh, come over to America and play NFL football, and vice versa. I'd love to see some NFL guys going. I don't think Americans would like this after playing football with all the pads on. I guess Americans are pansies. I don't know. But Jordan Mailata came over and he absolutely loves the NFL here. He did talk about his hometown and how he misses it, and people watch. Qualifying rounds right now. So 6 teams are left. First through sixth, second, fifth. Okay. Winner of each plays the highest rank. Yeah, that's how we do it here. Okay. And like you said, it's comparable to playoffs. Is this a typical rugby team size here? What do we got? 15 players. Hello, PXC. Welcome. We're learning about different cultures around the world, and we're focusing in on rugby. I want Americans to see that there's a whole nother league out there that we could be watching and enjoying. I know the time differential would definitely play a part. But I mean the NFL is playing games in other countries. They play in London and Brazil. 15 man on a team on the field at once, 30 on the team. Ah, okay. So there are lots of injuries. Yeah, I thought there had to be, but no pads. I mean, wow, that would be completely unacceptable here in America. The pads are getting more and more. They keep adding on. Require surgery on his back. Wow. Recovery update. Yeah, I could imagine the injuries. Injuries usually happen in training. Muscle pull. Wow. That is interesting. Even in America, all the injuries happen mostly during a game. And it is unbelievable how many injuries there are. Guys are just dropping like flies, and that's wearing tons and tons of pads. And now they made the helmets even, they have concussion helmets, which are even bigger helmets. I mean, do heads bang together? Scott Hansen, that's what it said. Where is he? Where? There you go. There is your new head coach. So is that the big trophy? That the Lombardi trophy for you guys? Oh, they're flagging your message. Oh, I can't play that. Yeah, I guess the NFL is. The NFL pansies. Pansies is a safer word. He used a P word similar to pansies. You can use your imagination. But even with all the padding, the guys are dropping like flies. No, ham sandwich. It's okay. Oh, we got to watch this. So when can I see a rugby match? Or maybe at least let me look at highlights and try to keep up. They seem soft now. So much concerned about yeah. The NFL now has these new helmets that are even bigger and fluffier, which rugby we Americans would look at this like, are they crazy? 4 to 5 hours ago? When you, what do you mean? Is the kickoff the way you're saying it as if it's already happened? When can an American watch rugby? And I have Apollo Group TV, so I could definitely see rugby matches. Most recent game kicked off 5 hours ago. How long does a rugby? It's two 40-minute halves, correct? And the clock runs unless there's an injury. I mean, those matches are over, correct? That you're talking about? Around that time next week, there'll be a game. Okay. I'm just going to follow the Crusaders. So this is a game against the Chiefs. Two 40-minute halves. Clock doesn't really stop. That's what Bruce said. Oh, if the ball's kicked out, then it stops. Are there field goals? I saw goalposts. What is the scoring? How does the scoring work? We call it a touchdown and a field goal. A touchdown is worth 7, and a field goal is worth 3. My fellow Americans, we are going to look at other cultures on this channel. We need to open our minds, and we could be missing some phenomenal games, some great sports, and I just want to open the eyes of Americans. I mean, look at this, guys. It's so similar to our NFL. YouTube still has a big message on my screen that they may block my stream. You score by getting a try, which is a down. Okay. After a try, you kick a conversion field goal. Penalty kick is also a field goal, but worth 1 more point than a conversion. How many points? So there's no such thing as a touchdown? You only score points on field goal? And how many points is a field goal? You can also drop kick the ball over the post at any time, but that's only worth 1. So what are people trying? What are teams trying to do? I saw them cross the line, which looked like a touchdown. How does the scoring work? I mean, this does look amazing. It really does. I wish I could see some reels. Where are the reels? A touchdown is a try. That is 5 points. Conversion adds 2 more. Penalty kick, other team does a foul, you get a field goal worth 3. Sounds complicated. So you're calling a touchdown a try. So in America, we call it a touchdown. You call it a try when you cross the goal line. That's what you're calling a try. Now I want to see rugby. I want to see some reels. Where are the reels? Show me reels. There we go. I better put the strobe light on. How about I'll do half of the screen? I want YouTube to get mad at me. So there's 15 people for each team. Try is a stupid word for it, but yes, you don't just cross the line. You have to put the ball down on the ground in a controlled way. Oh, you don't just cross a line. Very interesting. This is Vintage Crusaders. McCall is one of the best players. This guy right here, number 10. This is old that I'm watching. Oh, 2008. Oh, wow. I got to get that off the screen. So are they wearing a helmet? So they are wearing some kind of protection. It doesn't look different. Is there a kickoff? How does the game start? So this looks like a kickoff. Are there fumbles? Do you have fumbles? Trying to see what. I'll show half the video. Stop you from getting cauliflower ears. A fumble is a knock on. That's what it's called, a knock on, when they fumble the ball. Now, how many referees are on the field? And what are the different positions? We have a quarterback, running backs. You can't pass the ball forward or knock it on, fumble it. Oh, I love this. I love this part of rugby right here. Everybody just unites. So what is going on here? Are there plays? Like, is there plays? Like, we have first down, second down, third down, fourth down. Positions are confusing, but wingers are small and fast. Front rowers are giant. Yeah, it's very similar. There's definitely a lot of similarity between the NFL. Is there a play where a play starts and stops? No plays. It's all improvised and continuous, but there's general strategy. But there looks like there's plays because the play stops, like right there. It looks like a play. And they stop, and the referee resets the ball or whatnot. Or they're 40 minutes straight, and I understand that. This is wild. See, Americans need to see this. Americans, open your eyes. There is another world. I want these games advertised. I want them broadcasted on American TV networks. We should be watching this. This should be global. So there is a kickoff, and there's a line out when the ball goes out. That's what it's called, a line out. Yeah, so there are set plays, a scrum, when there's a knock on. This is fascinating. And look at that, Ford. Ford Motor Vehicles has their logo. See, Ford knows. So what is this here? Is he trying to kick it through? These guys are great kickers. He's better than our guys. Man, the NFL should be scouting these guys. Scrum is all the big boys pushing against each other, which frees up space for the small boys to run through. Carter, the best kicker of all time. I could see that. The NFL needs a. How much money is there compared to the NFL? The NFL is crazy money. Millions and millions of dollars these guys get paid in the NFL. I imagine that rugby players don't get paid as much. Did you on your fridge? It is undies. These guys get paid $300,000 a year. What is that compared to American money? Is that American dollars? 200,000 US. That is, and is that the best players? What do the greatest players get paid per year? In America, it's ridiculous, the contracts. 300 million, 400 million. These guys are getting way underpaid. They should come over and play in the NFL and then go back home. Yeah, definitely getting way underpaid. Now, is 300,000 of your currency a year? Is that considered celebrity money? Is that like superstar money? Folks, welcome to the morning coffee stream. We are always looking at different cultures on the morning coffee stream. We're getting into different parts of cultures around the world, sports, prison life, nightlife we've looked at, and we're going to continue to dig in. There's so much out there we're missing. Money doesn't make them famous. Being good at rugby does. But as far as comparing the money, is a salary of $300,000 in your country, is that, where does that rank in your country? Is that like very, very, very good? Is that celebrity money? I'm just trying to understand the value of money in New Zealand. Are there millionaires in New Zealand? Are these guys very, very wealthy compared to the average person? What is the average person in New Zealand? What is a typical income per year? All right, guys, we're going to end the stream in 8 minutes. Tonight, my fellow Americans out there, or anybody, we're going to be playing poker again. It was so fun, and we'll be able to see and talk to each other. So if you're wondering what the people on the live stream look like or sound like, you can watch or you can join in. You don't have to join in. We had 4 people playing poker and 218 people watching. You are more than welcome to sit at the table. You don't have to turn on your video or your sound. It's free. I am going to be having a gigantic tournament one day. Once we get more consistency, I'm going to have a daily dosage Jeff poker tournament, and I am going to be sending a Venmo people money, Bitcoin, whatever. Maybe Bitcoin. I'll send you the winners of the tournament. Things aren't that different. We have our super rich businessmen, kind of rich politicians, average 90,000. House costs 700,000 for a 3-bedroom. Okay, so that is bigger than America. In America, definitely those prices are lower. I'd say the average salary in America is 45,000. 3-bedroom house, maybe 200,000 to 250,000. I bought my house for 245,000, but that was 10 years ago. I think the prices have doubled by now. Your prime minister is paid 500. Okay. Yeah, our president doesn't get a very big salary, but I'm more interested in the average person. Yeah, it's super. Well, I mean, I guess if you're comparing prices, that would sound cheap. But yeah, if you now your money is not worth what our money is here. So, like you said, $300,000 of your money is $200,000 here. But yeah, you could get a house easily for 200,000. Probably get 3 bedrooms. Maybe a little more, maybe 250,000. Something in that. The dial. I guess I'd have to ask Bruce the exact conversion. The dollar is less. But yeah, definitely. Well, I guess the prices have gone up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a 3-bedroom house would be 300,000. I'm sure we could find 3-bedroom houses for less than 300,000. That's American dollars. Well, this was very, very informative. Thank you, Ham Sandwich. Greatest name on YouTube. $1 is, oh, see, I get almost double your dollars for one of the American ones. Well, guys, this was great. This was Americans. If you're seeing this, let's open our minds. There is a whole nother world out there. Look at this. We are missing out on some. Think of all the great plays and the great games, and there's thousands of people watching this. The math, 90,000 salary would be 52,000 New Zealand dollars. Wow. So that means it's super cheap. What, the little guy? They got him? Is he dead? Oh, I'd rather he be dead. I put him right in a tree. In a bush. No, I went to the bush and I just dumped him right on top of the bush. Well, it's probably better. They put him out of his misery. We are all the same. One love, absolutely. Gamer love. Gamer love. You learn substitution method. Gamer love, you're going to have to save that for another topic. I don't know what that is. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining the morning coffee stream. I will be on in about 12 and a half hours. We are going to play poker tonight. You can watch, you can join in. It's a very, very simple game. No money, lots of fun. We can talk to each other. We can see each other if you want to. Oh, and math class. Okay. Yeah, it's morning time here. Everybody's just waking up. Good night to everybody in Australia and overseas. Go have a great night's sleep, everyone. And when it's nighttime here, you'll be waking up Sunday for you guys. This was awesome. Watch this video if you haven't seen it. If you want to learn about the prison systems in India and rugby, we took a great look at rugby and learned a lot about it. So please watch this if you haven't seen it. Is there any pension system for U.S. Army? Cool. I don't have any Army people, but I believe there is a pension system, and that is another great topic. Right now, we're looking into the prison life around the world, but we are definitely going to have the Army life, um, military life around the world. That is another great topic. We looked at nightlife, prison systems, and then next we will do the military around the world. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to learn about each other's cultures, and please try to come on in about 13 hours and play some poker. I think you'll love it. You'll have some fun. All right, we'll see you.